Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faurot Field today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on another team from the SEC, the Missouri Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So the Missouri Tigers return team didn't help matters out much with that one. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Wide out in motion. Off the play fake. Trying to get, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially in passing situations like that, because you know defenders are swatting at the ball. Even if you can't see them, these guys, they're 6'5", 6'6", they've got long arms. They're trying to rip and tug away and get that ball out of your hands. The QB will learn from this play. He's got to do a better job with his fundamentals.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Georgia! They grab the early lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
Went to the running game on first down, now second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Finds a little bit of space, he'll get 3 out to the 15.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
A 10-yard loss on the play.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got
some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to 2 guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
And the ball's free in the end zone. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. Yeah, that seems about right. Defensive touchdown. Absolute catastrophe for this offense. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Takes the handoff and he's going right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Rides to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, them and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Dogs! The special teams proving worthy of their name. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas Tech is currently trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Patrick Mahomes, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Colorado. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys? this.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Give to the running back. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. So Missouri will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention.
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in.
Georgia.
Points.
Number 26.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing.
35. Missouri. 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick this one away.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Feeling some heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. Touchdown, Bulldogs! How about the special teams coming up with a huge play?
Number 15.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special teams touchdown isn't answered with another one. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Third down coming up.
Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's third down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
On second down, looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
So Missouri will have to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Well, they weren't going to give him a chance this time. They just punted that thing toward the sideline. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Line gets set, first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's loose. The 40. The 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Dogs!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
56, Missouri, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want, because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
They're bringing heat. And now the ball is free in the end zone. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Is this Christmas? Is this the gift-giving season? An absolute gift in the end zone, and the defense takes advantage, recovering the fumble for the touchdown. And he added the extra point. They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Got his man down the middle. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on third down. I know we're in the second quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Wants to pass. He'll throw it. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
And man coverage when they...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Using his feet to buy time. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Going to the running game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Number 14, on to kick it away.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's loose. Open field. Time has run out of the half, and he can sprint to the locker room where the orange slices will be a little bit sweeter. A punt return for a touchdown to end the half. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead.
The expressway is wide open. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Not overly complicated, not something the OC spent the whole summer designing. I take the ball and I toss it to my fast guy, get him on the perimeter, block it up good. My wide receivers commit to blocking, and boom, make a big play.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45.
3-25.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 30. Off he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! And the pummeling has started.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia Southern. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He breaks a tackle. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room as they mark it at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. He'll do it himself. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. And the Tigers have this offense rolling. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now they're going to throw it. He's got the tight end. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
The one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Missouri will have to send out the punt team.
Number 14, on to punt it away.
A soaring high punt with serious hang time. And the returner will be dragged down. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Quarterback will audible. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. Crosses the 45. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Goodwin. Sends it downfield. Got it. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the route is on.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he tacks on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Coming after it. Keeps looking downfield. And down he goes back at the 3.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. So Missouri will have to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Looking for a block. It's Thompson. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set. First down. He's looking to throw it. Uncorks it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's never easy on defense being in a sudden change situation like this. On the very first snap, they take a shot. You're backed up almost in your red zone. Great job forcing an incompletion now to catch your breath, get some momentum.
He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Delivers the contact. Touchdown, Dogs! And the stomping has commenced.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick this one away.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Moving out of the pocket. And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on for the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get it for a safety. So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He gets it across the 50 to the 48 after a sensational return. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. Wide out in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Across the 35. And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Georgia! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. So from the shadow of his goal post, he gets the punt away. Discards him with the stiff arm. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory. And they tacked on the extra point. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here for them.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the short completion brings up second down. They'll run play action. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They come up with their second safety of the game. You don't see that very often.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. Tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
Touchdown, Dogs! And the pummeling has started.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They're lining up to kick it off, full of momentum after housing that last kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. He'll start this drive firing. And down he goes back at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. The give out of the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Coming up, 4th down.
So Missouri will have to punt it away.
On to kick it away.
Running it back, it's Thompson. Slips through the line. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Lofts one high and deep. And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive. They've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their...
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They run the reverse. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And the route is on.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. They'll line up for a second down play. Now the play fake. And his first pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You've got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He gets a block. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming in this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them. Or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Fast motion from the offense. Back to throw, it's Goodwin. Looking for the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Well, it's a really nice job there on that third down, trying to get after this quarterback. And obviously they're not able to make the play in the backfield, but really nice job pursuing. You see the athleticism and the speed they have, how they play as a unit together. Only giving up a little bit of a gain and now setting up fourth down.
He finds his man. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Quickly complete. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Georgia.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Georgia.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball moves.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. Second down now after the sack.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
He's looking to throw. Buying some time. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Defense will use a timeout. 22 seconds remaining in the game. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He'll pull it down and run. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping them up and getting to the ground.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so.